But Manchester United have beaten Leeds United 5-1. Are you kidding me? 5-1. When they equalised, I was kind of sitting there a little bit smug saying, do you know what? Well, I said it would be 2-1 anyway, so I think we'll get back into this and I think we'll be fine. Wow, 5-1. Bruno hat-trick, 4 assists from Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho debut, an absolute from Mason Greenwood, and even Fred got in the mixer and scoring a goal as well. Are you actually kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This is absolutely ridiculous. Get your comments in, get your questions in. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed seeing United roll out early doors winners. What do they say about the early kickoff always brings an upset? Not today, our kid. Not today. Oh my God, what a game. Oh my God. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. My voice has gone. That's a little bit, yeah. Now, I got to say, we put 5 past Leeds. To be honest, they weren't great. But we did it without our first choice forward three. We did it without Sancho. We did it without Cavani. We did it without Marcus Rashford. You got to love that. You absolutely have to love that. I just had a quick glance at the stats before I came live to see what was going on. In terms of the data, it was a really even game, which isn't necessarily what I thought. I thought United was in control for large parts, not necessarily getting a ton of shots off or a ton of big chances. United had 3 big chances, Leeds 1, so that tells you a little bit of something. It was 8 shots on target to 3. It was 16 shots in total to 10. Ultimately, it was very even across the middle, but ultimately, yeah, as Notch saying now, with the way we responded to the equaliser was brilliant. And this is the thing about this Ollie side. I never, when we concede a goal, go, oh, that's us then, innit? I never think, oh, we're not going to get back into this. I always think we're going to get back into the game. I always think we can go on and do this. I always think that we're going to go and push on and score goals. And that's one thing that this Ollie team has given to me. I have to say, it was great being back in the stadium. We got in there early doors. I met Rio beforehand. Actually bumped into Darren Fletcher and Wes Brown outside as well. It was just, it's been a crazy good day. I've been at the ground since like 10 o'clock and it's been mint and it's been a top day. And I think it's been capped off by the fact that there was so much positivity in the concourse. Everyone was having a proper good sing. Everyone was getting into the vibe. Everyone was probably drunk if we're being real with ourselves. 18 months we've waited for this. 18 months and we really could have fucked it up and we really could have killed all that positivity, but it was absolutely mint. Absolutely mint. Yeah, Arsenal lost last night. As Ronaldo said on the fixture list on Thursday. I've seen some comments talking about it already. Talking about how, this was one there saying Sancho looked awful, get him out, mint. About how good Fred and McTominay looked. Now, I said this in a preview yesterday. One thing that you have to do is you have to match the intensity. And I didn't pick them, to be honest with you. But you have to match the intensity. And one way that you can match the intensity of Leeds is by having Scott McTominay and Fred in the mixer there. I didn't actually consider the option of bringing a Pogba in on the left wing because I thought you needed the quality. One way to get around what Leeds do and how Leeds hunt you down and all that lot is you got to match the intensity, but then you beat them with your quality. And I thought United did it with different personnel, to be honest. And you know, Spider Wing here saying Bruno was sensational. He was sensational. Scoring a hat-trick from midfield is ridiculous, isn't it? I know a lot. I've said he pretty much plays the Cantona role. He's almost like the shadow striker, almost like the second striker. He's not necessarily like your box-to-box midfielder, is he? But he was, you know, again, his deadly self today. Fantastic. Connor says Ollie out, no tactics and relied on individual brilliance. Lindelof quite having the game of his life. Lindelof did have a good game, and maybe this is the thing that is needed for Lindelof to be shaken up a little bit, to be not comfortable that he's going to play, because let's be honest, Varane coming in means, listen mate, you might not play. And I loved, I sort of touched on it dinner in the preview, wonder if we announce him on the pitch like we did with Brian Robson. And I loved it. I actually loved it. And I'd said it just before we'd gone out into the concourse, and then there was a lad came up to me and said, look, they've just announced Varane. So I said to my old man, let's go and get in the stand and let's see if we can see this, because I reckon they're probably going to bring him out on the pitch. And as I was coming up the stairs, they started bringing him out. How loud was the Stretford end today? It was happy days, to be honest. It was sensational. Humayad says we need to keep Paul Pogba. Listen, Paul Pogba's a phenomenal player, and you're not necessarily a better team without him, but if he's not going to commit, then you have to think about the post-Paul Pogba and Manchester United. If he wants to commit, then yeah, you can try and think about a way to get the best out of him. Not saying I loved your flop tweets. There was people telling me literally in the middle of the game today that Bruno Fernandes has been a flop at United, and you're like, what flavour is the glue that you sniff? Ramis, it was genuinely class today, all over the pitch, and it's disappeared. Apologies. I cannot believe how good this is. Let's kick on and raise the ceiling higher. Yes. Ultimately, I don't want to get too philosophical first game of the season. I want to just say, look, I enjoyed that. Ultimately, United played like they enjoyed that, and we played missing a lot of our quality as well. So I'm delighted. I'm just buzzing to be back in the stadium, buzzing for fans to be back in the stadium, buzzing that we've smacked Leeds about, buzzing that we've just put ourselves top of the league, buzzing that Arsenal have continued to be the fucking embarrassment to their club that they are. What a brilliant start to the weekend. Superb. We have now got a decent little run of games that we can go on and win, and you would hope as people start coming back into the game, coming back into the fold, we can probably kick on from here. And yeah, begin as you mean to go on. If you keep up, you don't have to catch up. So yeah, a lot of positives to take from today, and I'm delighted with that. In terms of, as I said, in terms of the passing, the crossing, the tackling, it was very similar. Leeds made 34 tackles, United 16. Interesting to see. I'm going to see where that is actually. They made a lot of their tackles. Which way is their pitch going? Oh, they made a lot of their tackles in their own third actually. So that's showing you how much United was pushing forward. United made most of our tackles in our box. That's very interesting. Nice fan, says Matthew Hennon. I am in the paddock wagon. It's match day tomorrow, so I've got the tripod and the kit and the balls and all that sort of stuff. I ain't just being a football coach for fucking Instagram, lads. I'm fucking in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I am balls deep in this sort of stuff. Like, yeah, I'm in the fucking team van at the minute. Don't you worry about that. Top tacklers for United, again, no surprises. Wan-Bissaka and Fred with 2 each. Koch and Strujic with 3 each there. Oh, that's interceptions, sorry. Tackles, just Leeds players. Liam Cooper with 7. Top one for United, 2 out of 2. Dan James and Scott McTominay. Is it rum time? It's always rum time. Listen, I'm taking the beautiful lady wife out tonight. We're going to go and have something to eat, and maybe we'll have a couple of rums as well. You know the drill. Let's have a look who's shone for United in attack. How did he do? Chances created. Paul Pogba created 5 chances today, got 4 assists. Paul Pogba had that when Zlatan was here, but would end up with like 1 assist or no assists on the back of it. Bruno created 3. 3 chances created, 3 goals scored. Come on, our kid. And even Lindelof created 1 as well. Luke Shaw created 2. Mason created 1 as well. Dan James created 1. Just a decent, like, pass completion and number of passes was very, very similar. Possession was pretty much similar. You know, it was all good, man. United created 14 chances to Leeds 7, and ultimately, that's where the game was won and lost, innit? Did Pogba only get 3 assists last season? So already, in 90 minutes of football, he's beaten what he got last year. Absolutely sensational. I've already been thinking about a couple of things for 5 things. One of the ones I'm thinking of already is I didn't think we played out from the back too well still, and that might be because it's Leeds thing. That might also be because we called Mason look with that finish. Bruno Fernandes getting a hat-trick. Jesus. What do I think today? I thought it was pretty ordinary, to be honest. I thought it was pretty ordinary. My man of the match might be Pogba, you know. It might be Pogba. Thoughts are with Joel. I will be seeing Joel later on, so don't you worry. He's going to be getting all the abuse. The record is 20, so there is a chance if Pogba keeps playing this far up. Yeah, I think this far up for him is a real good one. Mega. Absolutely mega. Listen, I'm delighted, but I'm not going to drone on too much. We'll probably do a bit of a catch-up on Vibe with 5 on Monday, but I'm coming in early doors tomorrow to do 5 things. So get in the comments, let me know what 5 things did you see, and we'll see if we match up with everything that everybody's saying. But nice one. See you in a bit. Laters. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I'm doing it live off my phone. I actually don't know how we close this thing off, so maybe we'll be here a bit longer while I figure it out. But cheers for tuning in, subscribe and all that stuff. See you in a bit.